PMAC Movies back for yet another PMAC Movies haul video. Because PMAC can't stop hauling. Yes, that's right. I pay for all these movies that I snag. It is the another Kino Lorber sale time. We got like 4 of these a year. So a fair amount of the year, Kino is doing sales, about maybe a third of it, because I think the sales go for like a month when they do happen. Maybe not quite, I'm not sure. Several things about Kino Lorber. First, you should never pay full price for a Kino Lorber item unless you have to have it right when it comes out, or you think the slipcover is going to go quite quick, which they almost always last to the sales. Not always, though. Almost always. So if that's the case and you got money to blow, you blow it, baby. But you are probably going to be paying double for the slipcover for like the Blu-rays. They're going to be about 20 bucks-ish. Maybe a little bit less, maybe 18 or something. Then during the sales, they're going to be about 10. So you're paying like 80% more for the slipcover, and that's if they sell out. So you almost always want to wait for a sale to buy from Kino Lorber. Now the thing about Kino Lorber is they're putting out a lot of movies, and they have like a great variety of stuff of you know, quite older stuff, you know, not super new as far as like classic movies, but you get like a lot of, you know, 70s, 80s, 90s, and back decades before that. So quite a variety as far as, you know, different types of movies too. You know, you got Western movies, action movies, drama movies. They also have, outside of like their studio classics line, they have like some foreign movies, which are sometimes on sale. So, and then they have the Cohen line, which has some like foreign movies, some older classic type of movies. So really you get a great variety from Kino Lorber. Now, during their sales, they don't have their whole catalog on sale. There's usually some sort of rotation. I definitely had my eye on a few things, and I think I placed 2 orders. So it's $50 free shipping. There was like a $30 code that you could use to get free shipping on an order that's only $30. So that could be useful to people who only want a few things. I did place 2 orders, each of which was over $50. I think I got a pretty good variety as far as studio type of stuff, so studio classics. Then I did come back with some foreign movies that look really good and were very affordable. A few TV seasons I've been interested in, but weren't quite my price point. And I think we got a good haul here. So let's take a look at my first order. Probably one of the ones I wanted the most, because it had come out before last sale, but it wasn't actually on sale, and I wanted this. It was on sale this time for the $9.99. It is Leviathan here on Blu-ray. Now they also have this on 4K for $18. Do I really need to pay $8 more? I mean, first of all, I think a lot of people nowadays probably don't have the equipment to even enjoy 4K movies to the utmost that you can. But, you know, Blu-ray's totally fine for me. This is a 4K transfer. I read the reviews on Blu-ray.com. Sounded like, you know, it wasn't going to be any better to me. So why not pay the $10? I get the slipcover. I get the nice 4K transfer on the Blu-ray. And it's Leviathan here. So, and it's not a movie that, I mean, maybe like my top favorite movies, that's different. But, you know, this is probably going to be more of a popcorn movie. You know, I don't have enough money to be able to go with a luxury like that of paying the 18 rather than the 10. I'll take this Blu-ray for the 10. Up next, this is one that I actually wish I ordered in the last sale. Apparently I didn't look into it very much and passed on it. Now, this time it was pictured without a slipcover, which usually means it's not going to have a slipcover, but I was thinking I might get a slipcover for it still because it hasn't been out that long, and I was hoping that they still had some, but they didn't want to picture it with a slipcover because not all of them had the slipcover, and I indeed did get the slipcover for Burt Reynolds and Catherine Deneuve in Hustle here. Sounds like a pretty solid kind of noir type of movie directed by Robert Aldrich, and it is from 1975, 120 minutes. Glad to be able to get this one for 10 bones. I think this whole pile here was 10. Now, the next one was one I was interested in because basically it has Gene Hackman, it has Matt Dillon. It's like an action thriller type of thing. Looked pretty solid. It is Target here with Slippy Dippy. So grab that for $9.99. Glad to be able to get that one in the sale. Up next, this is an interesting one. This is a movie that I remember. I think I got the DVD from Kmart, and it was like a crappy DVD. I had, Owen Wilson was pretty decently big at the time. Some of his comedies like Wedding Crashers were probably out around then, and he was a pretty solid star there, and I was quite interested in him playing like a serial killer type of thing. So I got this like crappy DVD, and I actually watched the movie, but I don't remember very much of it, and I'm sure that like the picture quality was horrible, but it is Minus Man. I didn't think about this movie that much, but when I saw it was getting a Blu-ray, I was like, holy cow, that is the movie that I bought I don't even know what company put that DVD out, and I had to pay very little for it because it was just like a crappy thing. But this is from 1999, 111 minutes, directed by Hampton Fancher. Yeah, I'm interested in watching this again on like an actually decent edition of it, so it's kind of cool to get this one after only seeing it on that crap DVD. And I had never heard of it besides the DVD that I got. This is one that might have been on sale the last time, and I didn't get it, but I do like these noir type of movies. I'm not sure, there's some possible issues with the transfer. Some people say it's very good, some people say it's not very good, but I like me some Dennis Quaid, and it is The Big Easy here with slipcover. I decided to go ahead and get this one because these like 80s and 90s, I guess this is late 80s, not 90s, but these like 80s and 90s noir type of movies, just fun stuff, just good stuff. And it's got Dennis Quaid, who's a very enjoyable actor. I enjoy some Dennis Quaid. And then I'm not sure if this looked like the greatest type of movie, but it's got Robin Williams and Kurt Russell. I had to get this one. Two bona fide stars. It is the best of times here. This looks like more of like a silly kind of thing from 1986, 104 minutes. And for some reason, this one just came out, but the slipcover is jacked up, baby. It's jacked up. But anyway, yeah, we'll see if I can get a replacement or something for that one, but not too worried about it. So that was my first order. Glad to be able to get those 6, and then we got 7. So with this one, I was pretty sure I was going to place another order. I was pretty confident. I wanted to make sure like I had enough where I'd be able to do what I needed to do. So there was a movie that I wanted that I left off the first order because I was like, I'm probably going to place a second one. If I don't get this movie, it's not the end of the world. It looks like it doesn't have a slipcover anymore. If it had a slipcover, I would have put it in the first one and make sure I got it. So that movie that was kind of a leftover was Brian Bosworth in Stone Cold, which I have been interested in this movie for quite a while. It might have had an Olive release, and there's also a UK company that released this one. 101 Films, maybe. And I was interested in the movie, but just ended up passing on it multiple times. But now this is supposed to be a really good, scan of the movie. It is from 1991, 92 minutes. Sounds like just kind of a fun action movie. So glad to finally be able to get it. No slipcover. I believe it would have had the slipcover the last sale, but it was like 12 or 13 bucks. And yeah, it would have been nice to have slipcover. But actually, that was another thing I was going to talk about when I started this video. Kino slipcovers are night and day from like a Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome has like thick, sturdy slipcovers. Vinegar Syndrome is, you're getting a quality product when you're getting a Vinegar Syndrome. You're getting like a thick slipcover. You're getting a nice packaging. You're getting a great scan of the movie. With Kino definitely takes shortcuts. Kino is trying to put out a lot, and that's why they can sell stuff cheaper too. And like the slipcovers are going to be a cheaper quality. I believe they're mostly, if I don't know about always, but they're mostly just using whatever the studios give to them as far as the movies. So you can get some really high quality transfers from Kino and some very poor ones. I feel like they're kind of cheap. I feel like they're probably doing well, but they're pretty, as far as like their shipping practices, their disc practices. Vinegar Syndrome, you very rarely get a scratch disc. So I don't know like what factory or whatever they use, but it's whatever they're doing with their discs is way higher quality than the Mexican plants that make the Shouts and the Kinos. So you might actually, I ended up pretty good. I did have a few scratch discs, but pretty minimal. But yeah, Kino is definitely like, you're not necessarily always going to get a super high quality product. Very few times are you going to get like a booklet, things like that. But glad to be able to get that. I actually wanted to talk about that at the beginning of this, so now I've talked about it in the middle. There are some nice deals on some foreign films, and there was a fair amount of them. Most of them were like, I don't really, even though it's only $6, $6.50, I don't want to buy it just because it's cheap. I don't want to do it. I do tend to like indie movies, foreign movies that are good, of course, that are good. Criterion will put out some very good foreign movies, things like that. But I found, I think, three very solid, very highly regarded foreign movies for only $6. I think it was $6.49. So I was glad to be able to get these for such a good price. First, we got David Thewlis, who's really in some solid movies, the Harry Potters, of course, but then he's been in some Criterions, and I really liked at least one of them. I got Guest of Honor here on Blu-ray. So this sounds like a good foreign drama movie, which I was this British or Canadian? This actually might be a Canadian movie. But yeah, sound like a pretty good one. It says an elaborate time-slipping thriller possessed of real power. I think this is more of like a drama than a thriller, though. And then we got, this was another form. What country was this from? I can't even remember. So the movie is Never Gonna Snow Again. I had passed on this before. I'm thinking it was probably closer to $10 when I passed on it. But at $6.50, I went ahead and snagged it. So this is a Polish movie, 113 minutes. But this is a very well-regarded movie. So adding some more foreign cinema to the PMAC collection. And then this is one I looked into, and I didn't necessarily care for the subject matter, but some people thought this was the best film of the year that year. This is a French movie. It is 93 minutes from 2016, it looks like. It is Custody here. So this is pretty much a pure drama. So it looked like a pretty interesting one, like a custody battle and what's going on with all that. Which again isn't necessarily something that I need in my collection, but you know, I looked into the movie more and it sounded like it's very, very well done. Possibly even thought-provoking. They call this a thriller. So maybe there's some thriller aspects to it. I thought it sounded more like a drama. And then the big purchase of this whole thing is the 3 seasons of Night Gallery here, which I already watched episode 1. Quite good. It has 3 stories. Quite good. So season 1, how much were these? $17.99, I think. So I think 17. And season 2 was like $35. And then season 3 was, again, $18. So if you take a look at these, season 2 is 1,175 minutes, so over 1,000 minutes. Season 1 is 408 minutes. And season 3 is only 390 minutes. These do have quite a few special features, audio commentaries, things like that. I was thinking about maybe just getting the cheaper ones for now and this and that. Do I think that the middle season will be less than 35? It's possible. Will it still have the slipcover at that point? Again, it's possible. I decided to just go ahead and get them all. Splurge, baby. Splurge. Yeah, I don't know. But, you know, the main issue, again, was season 1 looked kind of like that Kurt Russell movie where it's like the top got all beat to shit in some of the corners. So that's unfortunate. But again, you know, Kino Lorber, I feel like their shipping practices used to be better. I think they changed something. We need to cut back, baby. We need to start getting people damaged product. Yeah, they're not well protected. Bubble wrap or even putting some paper in there is too expensive. It's too much money. We're gonna lose. So yeah, they just have a box. They put the movies in there. They put some tape, and they call it a day, baby. Sometimes they might put an air thing in there, which are usually popped by the time you get it, which I think was the case here. But usually they just, let's throw the movies in a box and hope for the best, baby. You know, all they really need to do is get some of that, like, recycle-looking paper stuff or whatever and just wrap them up. Throw them in there. That would be, or, you know, even more protection. Bubble wrap. Too expensive. Can't afford it. Let's just throw this shit in there. Who gives a shit about slipcovers that we, you know, aim for collectors to pay for this, for the slipcovers? Do we give a shit if you get a mangled slipcover? You know that Grinch emoji with his smile? And like, I like to use that a lot. Kino Lorber would probably, their faces, the people making the decisions at Kino Lorber probably actually look like that when they're coming up with their shipping strategy. Not the worst though. Amazon is like, this is $100 box set. Let's just throw a shipping label right on the actual item and ship it out, baby. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's enough, PMAC. No more fun for you, sir. But that is the Kino Lorber haul. Hope you enjoyed. What did you snag from the Kino Lorber sale? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts on any of the movies I snagged up, and we will see you next time on PMAC Movies. Baby.